California's Governor Newsom says he wants to debate Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis. The Wall Street Journal editorial board is encouraging this, saying they might not be Lincoln Douglas, but they'd still be instructive. Well, look who's here. Congressman Byron Donalds, a Republican, is from Florida, but he came all the way up to New York so he could sit next to me right here. Congressman, great to see you.
It's good to see you. Live, too. I like this.
Do you encourage a Newsom-DeSantis debate?
I always encourage debate. I think those two gentlemen sitting side by side going through the issues of the day would actually be very, very informative for the American people, because you would cut through the noise and the clutter that is media. Not you, but big media. You're good. You're excellent. You would get an opportunity to distill energy policy, policing policy, taxing policy, border policy, so many of the things that are affecting the American people. I think overall we should get back to those Lincoln Douglas debates. Instead of having reporters chime in all the time, have these people actually stand in front of the American people, these candidates, these politicians, and go into depth about their ideas and why they think that's the best thing for America.
Do you think a Newsom-DeSantis matchup would be what would happen in 2024?
No, but I think
not a preview to 2024.
No. But I think you could sell pay-per-view buys on that one. I think that might be good.
Pay-per-view? That's like a boxing match.
You got to take it back to a pay-per-view, everybody. Got to take it back.
What's wrong with that? Now, with 50 days to the midterms, the president's approval rating has gone up to 45%. Do you think it's time for the Republicans to press the panic button?
No.
But what are you going to do about it?
Well, listen, a couple things. You got to get back to basics. Number one, look at the light bill for every American. It has skyrocketed. Okay. Electricity prices are up. Food prices are up. The things that are really hurting the American people, they still exist. What has happened here is distraction by the media. You want to talk about Mar-a-Lago, obviously, the death of Queen Elizabeth, God rest her soul and all she's meant to the world and to the people of England. But there have been distraction points for Joe Biden. I think when it comes down to it, when Americans are forced to make decisions between Republicans and Democrats, they will see what Democrats have done, and it's not been good for people.
What should be the main thrust for the Republicans in November? What's the big issue that they will push that speaks to every American voter?
You have to get inflation under control. You have to get prices under control, because it doesn't matter if you're a Republican or a Democrat, you're white or black, you're rich or poor. High inflation hurts everybody, especially the poor, more than anything else. That's number one. Number two, safe streets and safe communities. If people are living in fear of the cities they live in and Democrat policy won't reverse course, why would you continue to do the same thing expecting a different result?
Just wait till you get your electricity bill at the end of November, or at the end of October, for heaven's sake, because it's going straight up. I don't care where you live in America, your bill's going up.
That's right, absolutely.
Last word to you? Sure. Last word to you?
My word?
Last word to you?
Listen, folks, just go vote Republican. Vote the R. Enough is enough. We've seen how bad this policy is. But again, if you look at our economy, we should be growing right now. But we're not, because of terrible Democrat policy in Washington, D.C. Those are the facts.
The rest of the country should look like and feel like Florida, but it doesn't. Byron Donalds, thanks for joining us, sir. And come back to New York anytime you like.
Anytime. Thank you.